Welcome back to Elite Rentals. I'm James Corwell. Today we're looking at top 5 yachts built to explore the Mediterranean. If you find this helpful, subscribe for more yacht charter insights. Link in the description. When we say a yacht is built to explore the Mediterranean, we're looking at a few practical traits. First, shallow draft is important so you can get close to beaches and anchor inside calmer coves. Second, good stabilizers matter because the Med can be choppy in the afternoon, especially between islands. Third, efficient cruising and smart tender storage make daily island hopping easier. And finally, a versatile deck layout, beach clubs, shaded dining, and quick access to the water will improve your day-to-day experience in the heat of summer. With that in mind, here are my 5 picks that combine real-world capability with the comforts you expect on a Mediterranean charter. At number 5 is Aqua Libra, a Sunseeker 86 yacht, 26 meters in length, typically from about $49,000 per week, plus expenses, depending on the season. For many guests, this is a perfect entry into a fully crewed Mediterranean charter. Sunseeker's 86 has a shallow draft for a yacht of this size, which helps when you're tucking into bays around the Cyclades or slipping into smaller anchorages in the Ionian. She's designed for quick repositioning, useful when you want a quiet breakfast on anchor and dinner by the quay. Cabin-wise, you're looking at a 4-cabin layout for up to 8 guests, an ideal size for a family or 2 couples with children. The flybridge is a strong point. There's shaded seating, space to dine, and enough openness to catch a breeze without being blasted by direct sun all day. A detail worth noticing is how the main deck flows straight aft to the cockpit lounge. Simple, fast access to the tender, which is how you'll likely go ashore for lunch throughout the Greek islands or the Dalmatian coast. From my experience, first-time charterers don't realise how valuable a quick tender launch is in the Med. With Aqua Libra's size and crew setup, you can get to shore fast, avoid marina parking when it's busy, and be back on board for a swim in minutes. Water toys are well chosen for this size category. Think sea bobs, paddleboards, and a jet ski where local regulations permit. Another small tip: in several parts of the Med, you'll see restrictions to protect seagrass meadows. The captain will guide anchoring accordingly and may suggest a short tender ride to a better swimming spot if the immediate area is protected. Why Aqua Libra deserves this spot? She's compact, efficient, and set up for easy days, short hops, swims, and relaxed dinners on deck. She's the accessible way to cover ground without the overhead of a larger vessel. If you want the Greek or Croatian islands on a smart budget, this is a strong candidate. Next on the list, we step up in space and capability for a bigger group and longer passages between island chains. At number 4 is Pandion Pearl, the San Lorenzo alloy 44 meters in length, typically from around $185,000 per week plus expenses. San Lorenzo's alloy platform is designed around indoor-outdoor living, which is exactly what you want in high summer. You get a generous beach club for direct sea access, multiple dining areas with real shade options, and the kind of quick circulation that keeps the whole group connected. The owner's deck on the Alloy 44 is a highlight with terrific privacy for primary guests and flexible zones to separate adults and kids if needed. She accommodates up to 10 guests in 5 cabins, which works well for 2 families travelling together. A detail to notice is how the tender garage and beach club are arranged. Launching toys without disrupting the main deck flow is a big win when you're shuttling ashore in the Balearics or the Amalfi Coast. She also has a modest draft for a 44 metre, improving your chances of anchoring closer to shore compared to older steel yachts of similar length. In day-to-day use, Pandion Pearl feels built for the Med. The main aft deck is a social anchor point for breakfast before a swim. The upper deck offers sun with shade when you need it, and the beach club becomes the centre of the afternoon. Sea bobs, paddleboards, and snorkeling right off the stern platform. From an operational standpoint, her modern stabilization means lunch at anchor stays comfortable even when afternoon breezes pick up. If your itinerary includes longer legs, say Palma to Mallorca or Sardinia to Corsica, she's stable and quiet enough to make those stretches pleasant. Why Pandion Pearl earns this place? She's a contemporary 44 metre with the spaces that matter most in the Med, beach club, shaded alfresco dining, and efficient access to the water. It's a step up in comfort without losing the agility that island hopping demands. Now moving to one of the standout mid-range options for larger groups who value efficiency and quiet cruising. If you're thinking about planning a charter, Elite Rentals can help. The link is in the description. At number 3 is Home, the 50-metre Heaton renowned for efficiency and low noise. Weekly rates typically start around $245,000 plus expenses. Home is a favourite for guests who care about comfort at anchor and minimal vibration underway. Her fast displacement hull and hybrid-capable setup deliver low fuel burn and a noticeably quiet ride, especially at lower speeds, ideal for dawn departures or late evening repositioning. She accommodates up to 12 guests in 6 cabins, with a strong main deck master and big windows throughout the salon for med views, even when it's hot outside. The interior is bright and uncluttered, and what matters practically is how easy it is to move from salon to aft deck for meals and up to the sun deck for a breeze. The sun deck offers a mix of shade and sun, with a bar that keeps the day flowing without guests constantly running inside. A small tip here. Many guests underestimate how often the captain will suggest leaving an anchorage early to beat afternoon chop. On Home, those low-speed runs are smooth and quiet, so early starts are painless and you arrive with the day still ahead of you. Stabilizers keep the yacht comfortable when you do choose to stay on anchor through lunch, and her shallow-ish draft for a 50-metre improves your anchoring options in the Balearics and Sardinia. What sets Home apart for Mediterranean exploration is the combination of efficient, longish legs and real dayboat practicality. You can comfortably cover distance, think Naples to the Aeolian Islands or Ibiza to Formentera, without sacrificing calm, fuel-efficient cruising. It's a mid-range sweet spot, long on comfort, reasonable on running costs for her size, and well configured for 12 guests who want a quiet platform for swimming, lunches, and sunset dinners. Why Home sits at number 3. She nails the technical side of a med charter. Stability, efficiency, and quiet with the right deck spaces for daily living. Now, we step into the ultra-luxury Explorer category, where helipads and big aft decks open up even more of the coastline. At number 2 is Planet 9, a 73-metre Explorer built by Admiral with typical starting rates from about $650,000 per week plus expenses. Planet 9 was conceived as a go-anywhere yacht, and while she's capable of polar itineraries, she's also excellent in the med. The standout is a helicopter capability with a hangar, rare at this size class, which gives you flexible access when airports and tender trips don't align. In the Mediterranean, that can mean quick transfers to or from the yacht without relying on busy marinas. She accommodates up to 12 guests with a master suite that enjoys exceptional privacy and views, and a mix of guest cabins that work for both families and couples. The onboard layout is set up for extended living, generous lounges with proper shade, a beach club for direct sea access, and a cinema-like media room for evenings after long swims and shore days. Her range and seakeeping are far beyond what most guests need in the Med, which translates into easy comfort when crossing between island groups and the ability to choose anchorages with fewer compromises. From a practical perspective, Planet 9's tender fleet is a big advantage. In busy summer months, tendering ashore can save hours compared to waiting for marina berths. The crew can plan efficient drop-offs in places like Capri, Porto Cervo or Bonifacio, and you still return to a quiet anchorage for the afternoon. Most first-time charterers don't realise how valuable that independence is. Your schedule is yours, even in peak season. Why Planet 9 earns this position? She brings expedition-level capability to the Mediterranean, which translates into comfort, flexibility, and remarkable access. For guests flying in and out or splitting time between yacht and villa, the helipad can be a game-changer. Next, we go to a yacht built for speed, deck space, and serious toy carrying, perfect for dynamic itineraries. Elite Rentals creates custom itineraries for every destination. If you want a route tailored to your family's pace, we'll design it around your preferred anchorages and shore days. At number 1 is Bold, the 85-metre Silver Yachts flagship, typically from about $875,000 per week plus expenses. Bold is a fast, long-range explorer with a huge aft mission deck, a certified helipad, and a top speed around 23 knots. In the Mediterranean, that speed and deck space combination is rare and incredibly useful. You can cover distance quickly in the morning, deploy a full toy set by lunch, and host a large shaded dinner in the evening without feeling like you've moved at all. Bold accommodates up to 12 guests in an arrangement designed for privacy and flexibility. The core of her appeal for med exploration is operational efficiency. Tenders and toys launch from the expansive aft deck without interrupting guest life on the main deck or the upper levels. The Winter Garden, an enclosed, climate-controlled dining and lounge space, lets you enjoy sea views even on windy evenings, which is helpful in shoulder seasons or when the Mistral flares. A detail worth noticing is how Bold's speed changes your options. If you want to breakfast off La Maddalena, swim around Caprera by 11 a.m. and dine at Anchor in Bonifacio, you can do it without feeling rushed. Her shallow relative draft for a yacht of this size opens up more anchorages than many other 80-metre plus yachts, and the helipad means logistics stay easy even when harbours are full. For large families or groups who plan to be active, diving, e-foiling, coast hikes, Bold serves as a capable base of operations. Why Bold leads this list? She compresses the Mediterranean, turning multi-stop days into a calm routine. Speed, deck volume and mission-ready layout make her uniquely effective for high-season itineraries across multiple island groups. Before we close, a few practical tips for planning Mediterranean charters. First, book early for July and August. Prime berths and certain anchorages get reserved months in advance, especially around Capri, Porto Cervo, Portofino and the Balearics. Second, be flexible about marinas. The best days often involve anchoring in calm bays and using the tender to reach shore restaurants. Third, allow your captain to recommend early departures to beat wind and swell. It's common for conditions to be calm in the morning and breezy by mid-afternoon. Fourth, expect local taxes and VAT. Rates vary by country and itinerary, and we'll confirm those during the proposal stage. Finally, pack light, breathable clothes, and non-marking deck shoes. You'll use the water toys more than you think. To recap the list quickly, Aqua Libra is your agile entry point for island hopping with a small group. Pandion Pearl steps up to serious beach club living without losing agility. Home brings quiet efficiency and stabilizer comfort to 12 guest groups. Planet 9 adds expedition-level capability and heli logistics for maximum flexibility, and Bold tops it with fast repositioning, a massive aft deck, and a helipad, ideal for covering serious ground in style. If you're comparing yachts, focus on 3 questions. 1. How many guests and how many true beds do you need? 2. How far do you want to travel versus how much time you want at anchor? 3. How important is tender and toy access for your group? Answer those and the right yacht usually becomes obvious. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to plan your charter, visit Elite Rentals using the link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe for more yacht insights.